Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I have an introduction to Pokemon VGC video for you all. The Pokemon Company basically released information on the upcoming season today, a lot of new information, and I decided I'd combine that with a basic introduction video, just for anyone who wants to compete at VGC tournaments this year. It'll be good general information, so this is really catered towards beginners. If you already know about VGC and tournaments, there's not much need to watch this, but yeah. It's going to be about the upcoming season, and that's going to be pre-Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, since rules will change a bit once those games come out. But let's get started. The VGC stands for the Video Game Championships. It's the name of the Pokemon Company International's official competitive tournament circuit, but a lot of the times you'll see VGC refer to the rule set. So, often we say, oh, I play Smogon Double, Smogon X or Y. Sometimes, people say I play VGC. VGC is often referred to as the rule set. Officially, though, it's basically the tournament circuit. It's a season-long circuit around the world, culminating at the Pokemon World Championships, and you can win, real trophies, scholarships, trips, 3DSs, and etc. from actual tournaments, so that's pretty cool. Why play Pokemon VGC? I mean, one, you get to play Pokemon at a super competitive level, you meet other Pokemon fans around the world, make new friends, travel to really cool places for events, especially Worlds, which has been in Hawaii, Vancouver, Orlando, San Diego, DC, just to name a few places. You get to win some awesome prizes. It's a really great mental challenge, and the community is just super, super awesome and fun to be with. I've made a lot of my best friends through VGC, and, I'm really happy that I've gotten that opportunity to meet so many awesome Pokemon fans. What you can actually win from VGC includes scholarships, top players from Worlds get those, game systems, 3DSs and Wii U's, Pokemon TCG booster boxes and packs, championship points which I'll describe more in detail later, trips and travel stipends for Nationals and Worlds, an invite to the Pokemon World Championships if you're really good enough, exclusive Pokemon memorabilia, and of course eternal Pokemon fame and glory, what we're all really playing for. So that's just a picture of some stuff you can win. It's a collection of just a couple of trophies and medals my brother and I have won in the past couple of years. What are the rules for VGC? Currently the rules are Pokemon X and Y used, double battles, you bring 6, choose 4 after team preview, level 50 flat battles, meaning Pokemon above level 50 will be brought down to exactly 50, anything under will stay under. The Pokemon must be from the Central, Coastal, or Mountain Kalos Pokédexes, meaning the 4 legendaries listed there will be banned. Kalos native, meaning Pokemon must be hatched or caught in X and Y, indicated via a blue pentagon. Kalos native basically gets rid of exclusive tutor moves from previous generation, for example, Bug Bite Scizor, and one of the reasons why they implemented this was really to get rid of the plethora of hack Pokemon from previous years. So the rules are going to change when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire comes out, but these will be the rules that will be used for the next 2 months, basically for Premier Challenges and Regionals, which I'll get into in just a moment. So these are the rules you currently want to play under. There's no point in speculating what the new VGC 2015 rules will be because, we won't find out until basically January. So for now, you should still be playing under VGC 2014 rules. This was the rule set that was used at Worlds this year, and basically all of last season. So how do tournaments work? There are 5 levels of competition for the official circuit. You've got Wi-Fi, which are online tournaments, open to anyone and free. Premier Challenges, which I'll go into detail in just a bit. These are really big this season. They're local tournaments within your area. Organizers may charge a small fee for you to attend there, normally $5 to $10. Regionals, which are really big regional competitions spread throughout America, split into fall, winter, and spring. They're all around different areas. East Coast has got like Virginia, Massachusetts, Philadelphia. West Coast has got California, Washington, and then you've got some in like Florida, Indianapolis, Texas, just to name a few. Nationals, that's really the biggest event at each respective country. It takes place in May, June, July. A couple of countries that have had nationals, United States, Germany, UK, Italy, South Korea, Japan, Australia, just to name a few. I believe Nationals will be expanding more this upcoming season, so I'm excited to see what new countries join the circuit. Of course, Worlds is the premier event of the season, the invite-only tournament for the top Pokemon players in the world. All these are free except for Premier Challenges, which may have a small fee now here and there, but really not that expensive. Worlds is the only tournament that requires an invite to attend. All the others you can just show up and play. Championship points. I mentioned these earlier, and championship points are basically, it's like the currency of VGC. So for North American and European players, World qualification and other prizes is basically based off championship points. You win these points based off how you do at tournaments. So the larger the tournament, the more championship points are at stake. So for example, at US Nationals, you basically get 600 championships, or just Nationals in general, you get 600 for winning, and that's normally enough to get you an invite automatically to Worlds. CP in North America also goes towards trips and money for U.S. nationals. So if you're in the top 16/32/64, at least this was the case last year, you would get, a travel stipend for nationals, which they gave you at the event. They have not released information about that this year yet, but I'll do an update video once information about that is out. But basically, you want to get as much CP as possible. In previous years, the top X players within a country CP-wise would get an invite to Worlds after all tournaments were over, so top 12/top 16 in America the last 2 years, top 32 in Europe. So very exclusive and very hard to get an invite, obviously. This year's invite structure has not been announced yet. Some people are speculating that they're going to change it from top X players to just a cap. So, hit 400 championship points and get an invite, but that's not confirmed yet. That's pure speculation, and once again, I'll do an update video once they announce the invite structure for the World Championships this year. Additionally, you can actually get to Worlds through the Last Chance Qualifier, which is a single elimination tournament the day before Worlds. Top 4 players from there advance on. It's really, really intense, and it's really too early to be talking about that. But if you do want to go to Worlds, or you're at Worlds and you want one last shot at making it, that's, your best bet. So when are the tournaments? Here's basically the schedule. You can take a quick look at it. But to summarize, you've got regionals in October, February, and May. That's only in the US. And then you've got Premier Challenges. So I mentioned those earlier, and these are basically local events. Last year Premier Challenges were introduced, but there weren't that many around the country. This year there are going to be a ton, and these aren't just exclusive to America. They'll be all around the world. So I'll get into how you can find these tournaments in just a second, but they actually give out a lot of championship points as well. So if you can, hit up a couple of those, maybe attend to regionals, you may find yourself in a very good position to actually get a Worlds invite this season. So Premier Challenges will take place in September, between November and January. Then the rules are going to change in January, so after January 1st, we're going to be using Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire rule sets, and that's not, going to be announced until that date, or, right before, so stay tuned until that. Then you've got 2 more regionals in February and May, and then more Premier Challenges between March and May. So Premier Challenges are going to be taking place basically throughout the year. They're going to be local events. Hopefully there'll be a couple in your state or wherever you are, and these are really, really big. April to July is when most of the all the national championships take place, regardless of what country. There aren't that many nationals, but if you're a European player, a lot of Europeans fly out to other countries even if their country does not have a nationals, so you should definitely look into that. So where can you find a tournament? A lot of people have asked this. There's actually a official link from the official Pokemon website, which is there. I'll leave it in the description below, but basically you can plug in your information, like where you live, how far of a radius you want to go, etc. And in the upcoming weeks, Premier Challenges will be taking locally around the country, and regionals will be taking place October 4th, 11th, and 18th weekend. Definitely keep your eye on Nugget Bridge as well for more additional tournament information, but that link that I have up there and in the description below is going to be your best friend in terms of just finding events. Upcoming regionals, like I said, October 4th, Philadelphia, VGC is taking place the 5th, and Arizona as well. Houston will be Sunday. All of these are Sunday, except for California, I believe, which is both 11th and 12th, or 18th and 19th. I believe that's a 2-day event, and Fort Wayne is also on the 19th. So if you're around any of these areas, definitely check them out. Don't go to Vancouver though, that's only a TCG regional, unless of course you are a TCG player. Regionals are really big events. You've got a ton of excellent players going there fighting for the World's invites. You can win 3DS's prizes, booster boxes, trophies, and they're really competitive but a lot of fun, and it's also a great way to get into the VGC scene. How do you get started? If you're just getting started in VGC, you definitely should learn the fundamentals. I have a couple of guide videos, I have battle videos, and there are a ton of other great resources, which I'll refer to in just a second. Watching the top matches from previous nationals and world championships is really, really good too and helpful. You get to learn so much from watching the best players make their plays. You can also read about the best teams from Nugget Bridge and Eggy Emporium, which I'll link in the description below as well. Play around on Pokemon Showdown with teams you may like, build your own team. Practice, practice, practice. You're not going to get good unless you practice a ton, so definitely do that. And then you attend an actual event. Start off with local Premier Challenges, and then go to regionals and nationals if you are, if it's accessible for you. It's definitely kind of difficult to get started, but once you just start attending events, you'll realize it's really fun and really cool. So hopefully you live around a couple of those. So what are the changes to this season? There's a different CP structure overall, so if you follow VGC at all, this year championship points are distributed differently, and now there's a huge emphasis on Premier Challenges, which I mentioned earlier. There's a larger CP payout. You get 40 CP for winning one this year as opposed to 15 from last year, and your best 5 finishes will be counted as opposed to, say, the best 2 from last year. This means you get maybe 10 Premier Challenges, do really well at 5 of them, and the best 5 will all count towards your championship point overall rating. Premier challenges are really great to grow the game locally. So previously, the biggest issue with VGC was we only had these large regional and national events. Now you've got these more local events, and hopefully you guys live close enough to attend one of these. And this year you can win a lot of CP from your local Premier challenges, so that's a great way to get started with VGC. It's really nice to get rewarded for doing well, even at smaller events. So here's a current list of basically sanctioned PCs within North America. You see there are a ton. Really, I see a lot. Unfortunately, there's some areas that still do not, but definitely stay tuned because this is by far not a definite list. It's only ones that have actually been confirmed as of right now. So there will be a ton popping up to this list in the future. Once again, check the Pokemon website link that I linked there in the description below to see when any or if any pop by in your area. So resources you want to check are Pokemon.com for tournament information. YouTube, you've got myself, National Champion Alex Agloza. He's really, really good, also does a lot of awesome content. Nugget Bridge for the best battle videos. Barry Anderson got 9th at Worlds in 2013, and he's recently been doing a lot more YouTube stuff. Justin Flynn, you may recognize him from the Pokemon commentator. He's a bit more casual, but he's got a ton of great battle videos and a couple of really good build videos as well to get started. And Team Rocket Elite. This one's kind of a hidden gem, but it's got an archive of really the top matches from Nationals and Worlds in the past years that was on the TV there. Nugget Bridge, Premier Fan VGC website, but they've got excellent forums, excellent resources. Really all the best VGC players are on that site. Eggy Emporium, which is actually run by Wolfie Glick and Marcus Statter, two respective national champions and two of the best players in the world. They do a lot of cool stuff there as well, and Pokemon Showdown, of course. So what if there's no tournament near you? Well, VGC is always expanding, but if there are no tournaments near you, you can still enjoy the format. Nugget Bridge is actually a really awesome place because they have their own online circuit every season, which culminates in over $1,000 in prizes. So check that out if you can't actually attend events. It's a great way to still keep really competitive, play the format, and even win some money if you're really good at it. Play on Pokemon Showdown, play on Wi-Fi tournaments. Those are still great ways to stay involved. Watch Pokemon live streams at Nationals and Worlds. I might do a future video on how you can actually start getting tournaments around your area because a lot of it is taking self-initiative. So stay tuned for that. But if there are no tournaments near you, there's no reason why you can't enjoy VGC just because you can't play officially. Here are a couple of pictures I've got from VGC. This one's Toller Webb and Jaime Martinez in the Hawaii finals of World Championships 2012. You see, it's got really cool setup. People bring their plushes. It's really intense. You see that crowd behind them, the lighting, the TV. It's just super, super intense, but a lot of fun. This is from UK Nationals in 2013. You see so many players there. Just awesome experience overall. Nationals tends to be a really, really big event with hundreds of players. You've got US Nationals 2014. Just bunch of awesome people. One of the favorite things for me personally about Pokemon VGC is the community. Community is just really, really awesome, and these are some of the best friends I've made throughout the last years. This one's from Pokemon Worlds this year. You see World Championship winner Sejum Park in the front, 3-time World Champions Ray Rizzo there, Shota Yamamoto, 2010 World Champion, Wonseok Jang, 2012 Korean National Champion, Tony, 2014 Japanese National Champion. At the end of the day, we're all Pokemon players, but more importantly, we're all really close friends, and to be friends with, all these top players is really cool. And if you get involved in the scene, all the top players are so nice and willing to talk to you, so definitely try to get involved. It's really cool, and I promise you, we will be friendly and we won't bite. So that's it. At the end of the day, you should just play VGC. It's a lot of fun. Community is by far the best part, but even if you're not the most competitive player, events are still just a fun to hang out at. So obviously, definitely check out the Premier Challenges and Regionals if you can hit up any in September and October. And VGC rules will be changing in January, so I'll do an update video once that happens. I'll also do an update video on potential invite structure / championship points, on how they will play out in terms of getting an invite and prizes for Nationals. But that's kind of it for this basic how to get into VGC video. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, I have 2 team building videos that I made a while ago. I'll probably make more in the future, individual Pokemon analyses, and just a ton of battle videos on this channel. I personally believe battle videos are one of the best ways to get better at this game. Just watching the top players play and see how the predictions they make and the plays they do. You get to see how they maximize their odds and stuff. So check those out. VGC at the end of the day is so fun. It's been basically my life for the last couple of years outside of what I do, in real life. And it is such an honor to be part of an amazing community. So if you ever have the time, definitely check it out. VGC itself is just a really fun format. Doubles is really exciting, and the rule set tends to be pretty balanced, even though we've got some broken stuff like Mega Kangaskhan. But one of the awesome things about VGC is just finding creative solutions to everything. So beside it being just a fun format, you can win actual prizes, travel to awesome places, meet amazing people. There's really no downfall to it. So if you get the chance to, definitely check it out. I really hope to see some of you guys get into VGC if you aren't already. Go to these tournaments, and I'd love to meet you at a Premier Challenge, a National Championship, Regional Championship, and of course the World Championships. And maybe you guys, you'll get it good enough to make it to Worlds one day. So hope this video helped, and definitely let me know if you plan on getting into VGC, and I'll see you next time. Alright, peace.